You ready?
Hey, everybody.
Oh gosh, I hadn't scrolled any. I don't know
I
how much I've
absolutely.
missed.
You haven't, because
Okay,
we haven't read any. We've missed it all.
I know, but I didn't scroll back any.
We have missed you guys.
Hmm.
Except Nick, he didn't miss y'all at all.
We haven't done a live in 2 weeks.
You haven't missed them at all. There's Miss Sheila. That's the first thing we need to talk about.
You answered that earlier today in a comment, didn't you?
Yeah, or last night maybe.
Was it last night?
Yeah, our faithful friend Miss Sheila Phelps, she lost her daughter yesterday, and she really could use some uplifting and some prayers.
Pam asked if Christy Jones is here yet.
Well, I don't know. I gotta keep getting you to keep scrolling.
I'm scrolling. I'm just trying not to miss anything.
I saw where she was traveling, but that might have not have been like immediately.
But a hot day in Texas. Zoe is probably trying to get that gummy pickle taste out of her mouth as we wait.
It's not something's not right. I'm gonna let you finish before I start saying stuff.
Well, you're all right because I see Lori Sullivan's on here.
Miss Lori, I checked the mailbox yesterday and I had some of the cutest moose towels, and I love them.
Lorraine said Tasmania is just above the freezing point.
I would say I'm jealous, but I'm not.
Did you guys notice how red Mackenzie's face was after eating that pickle?
Yeah, it was bad.
And then y'all tried to get, I didn't want the pickle to start with. Before I found out it was bad, why would I do it after I found out it was bad? I would have tried the gummy pickles if the package says we'll pay you $25. Where did you find those pickle candies?
Well, we went by Five Below, and they always have the coolest candies to look at and try. And so I said, well, let me just grab some neat little things, and we're gonna try them, and see what the kids would think of them.
Lori reminded me of something. We got to redo that intro to reflect that we're only live on Sundays now.
That is true. We do need to.
I didn't even think about that.
We need to redo it anyway and start updating our pedals lineup and some of the classes we're going to have.
I had forgotten all about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't been live since it changed because we had baseball going and
there's Cliff Jones.
Cliff Jones. I have not seen Cliff Jones in forever.
Forever. I hope you're doing okay, Cliff.
But we changed the lives and then had 2 weeks without one. We were going to try. We had planned on doing it last week. We didn't get home in time. We were traveling during our lifetime. And then we said we would try to do one that Monday, and that didn't pan out either.
No, we were working so hard.
Trying to get caught up.
Grass cut and all.
Today is Mazzy Walker's birthday, and it's also Jacob's.
Jacob. Well, happy birthday, Jacob.
How did I miss the pickle? Only watch YouTube. It should be on the shorts.
Yeah, I just did it about, what, hour and a half ago? Put it on there.
There's Lori, the other Lori.
Pickles, yeah.
LG Homestead Lori. Anyone miss talking about snakes? There haven't been any snake stories to tell. I did see, what is that lady's name? It's Judy something.
Sneed?
Oh, Judy Cole. I'm still not Judy. I was harassing Judy Cole. She said something about her they late again.
Oh, we're always late.
I'm going to send you some Aussie candies, but it won't be till around Christmas. Your weather is too hot at the moment. They did up. One of them is supposed to be that you were looking for.
That's what I was about to say. So one of the things, I actually went to the Five Below store, or was one candy that we saw on TikTok.
Yeah, everybody was eating
and everybody's eating them, and that's where you buy them. So
I was talking about how good it was.
Right. So I was actually going there because we were going to get some stuff for the kids to try, just something fun to do. And we wanted to get that and try it.
There's another story behind that we'll get to.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah. So
she said, you can't harass me. I'm the queen of harassment.
So
I was just pretending to forget your name.
What were they called?
Violet crumbles.
Violet crumbles. And so I went by there, and apparently everybody's seen them on TikTok and has cleaned them out because they had boxes, but they were empty. So we didn't get that, and that's when I decided to get some of the different gummies that we've seen on there as well and try those. We tried some other ones that are really weird as well, but they weren't nearly as bad as the pickle.
Cliff said he's still here, no liver transplant yet, but he's been in and out of the hospital since last time here. So we'll be praying for you, Cliff.
That's right. You're still here and kicking. And
I thought Cliff just quit watching because we didn't have pigs.
I know. He really liked him.
I think he just quit when we sold the pigs. He said, I'm not watching them anymore.
Jen said, I said Sneed too.
No, I was messing with Judy Cole a little bit. She had left a comment earlier saying, were we late again?
Well, we were, like always.
Hey, Denise.
And Gloria.
Violet crumbles are fantastic. My mom used to eat a packet of them every week. So for some reason,
that's where I was going with that was I was going to talk about them.
Okay,
so she was saying she was going to send some candies. Well, the Violet crumbles, if you look them up on the TikTok, it talks about how it's an Australian candy. It's chocolate on the inside and like a honeycomb on the outside, but it falls apart when you eat it. And so people talk about how light it is. So that was my initial plan of going, was to get some of those for us to try. And that fell through.
Everybody's talking about how good they were. And I was like, we typically will buy a lot of stocking stuffers and candy and stuff like that at Five Below. We do it all the time. But I've never bought that one. So never really paid attention to it.
Yep.
Back to front, chocolate on the outside. Everybody talks about how good it is.
They didn't.
And for some reason here recently, I've started seeing a bunch of TikTok videos on it, and I have no idea why.
Somebody tried it and put a video out, so everybody else started doing it. Just how it does.
Well, Wanda said, and now I need chocolate. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Zoe brought home, y'all saw a little bit in the video, the chicken sale.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Oh, what? I was on a different.
Yeah, you didn't know where I was going with it.
No.
So we had the chicken sale pickups this weekend. Y'all saw a little bit of that in the video.
On the air.
Oh gosh. Well,
we got a lot of food to talk about right now.
From the plates not picked up, there were lots of extras. You guys are on TikTok. Oh no.
Well, we're not. The farm page don't do a whole lot.
We have a farm page on TikTok, but we don't ever post on it.
But we have personal pages that we send stuff back and forth.
I forget to post on there, so I don't really do it anyway. But so the guy that came and smoked all the chickens, he did a lot more than plates that were sold because they did a pre-sale. And then
always have somebody.
They had people come and buy them. So the ones that were left, they shredded the chicken and was going to do chicken nachos. Is that what you said? Chicken nachos or something. So they were shredding the chickens that were left so they could.
We're maximizing what we had left.
Well, all the skin and stuff was in a pan, and this was smoked chicken skin. And Zoe said, I'm going to take that home, put it in the air fryer. And it was kind of like pork rinds. It was like a chicken version of pork rinds.
Matt, grab me that plate.
Oh my gosh. Those were so good. But I got to leave them alone.
Bring me the plate on the stove.
They were so good. Well, on camera, they're probably just going to look burned.
Yeah. Laura said if it's cooler under the rock, I'm there. They're talking about the candy. They've never heard of it. They're living under a rock.
Oh, on the same rock.
It does smell so good in here.
Can y'all see if you can see this? Not what's burned.
Just a little.
That smoked chicken skin.
It is.
Did it crisp up, or you got to do those again?
Do it again. Well, that was crispy.
Those were so good. It's like soft pork rinds. Mm-hmm. Janet said that sounds delicious. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. But it was heavily seasoned because he was smoking the chickens anyways.
Matt, put it back on that pan. Turn the air fryer on, put it in the air fryer for 5 more minutes.
I missed one, Zoe. Shirley. Mm-hmm. Shirley in Arizona, stage 4 cancer fighter and poet.
She sure
did. I put Room for Me on your site once. You sure did.
Yep.
Well, it was an email, wasn't it? Wasn't it sent on email?
I think it was a comment.
Maybe. For some reason, I was thinking that she emailed it to us, but I'm diabetic, but I can feel a cheat coming on tonight. Just for gummy bears. Bet Farmer Rat's watching TV or making dinner. He is watching TV.
He is watching TV.
I think. He did an extensive workout tonight. So we got him some barbells. Since football conditioning, he has been asking for weights.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy, you're a little bit young for weights. And there's a new gym being built in our town. We've got like 4, but they're building another one. Gyms are almost like Dollar Generals and Mexican restaurants at this point. Mm-hmm. But they're building a new one. And he said, when it opens, can we go? I don't know that you can get a gym membership for a 6-year-old, buddy. Let's just try something else. But Mama got him some 2-pound barbells, and he worked out extensively tonight. And I'm not talking about just being goofy. He asked for specific exercises and did rep sets of them. Mm-hmm. He did really, really well. I was proud of him.
He did good.
All right. You guys eat some of the weirder stuff.
Yeah.
I bet that is low calorie. Ooh, Diana, I bet it is not. Oh, she goes. It was a comment. She goes for chemo in the morning. Well, we'll be praying for you too, Shirley, because I hate even hearing that word. It just draws me up.
Yeah, we've got a couple of kids on our football.
There's another one I have not seen in a while. Shishi Vaughn.
I see Shishi on Facebook a lot. She's got her artwork.
Well, I don't catch a lot of the Facebook stuff.
She is booming on Facebook right now with all her art stuff.
How are your gardens doing? It's been so hot and beach in South Carolina. All my vine plants are dying.
So the only thing we have growing right now, actually, I haven't even showed them. I do have some peppers growing at the barn.
Yes, that you got from Catherine.
And I have peppers growing on.
Zoe got some peppers from Catherine at G&G Farms, and they are at the barn. Potted.
I've got 10 of them potted.
Because we still haven't gotten dirt in the raised beds. They were supposed to go in the raised beds.
Again today.
I don't know.
But we
look at Ed. Hello from Oklahoma.
Gotta get used to saying that.
Ed busting in him from Oklahoma.
But we other than that, we have gourds growing.
Grammy's doctor's wife has breast cancer, having surgery Friday.
Goodness.
Zoe, don't you just look beautiful tonight? What's the occasion? Well, we made a video today that it's going to be like a week before y'all see it, but we made it today.
Well, we got another video for Tuesday.
You got a special one for Tuesday. I already told them about.
And then this one will be the next.
It'll be next Saturday.
Yes.
But we filmed it today.
We did because the opportunity was there.
Yes. We had a plan for the one for Tuesday when we made the video we put out yesterday.
We did.
Or last night.
We're talking code and it's terrible.
There's Julie again.
Just know it was part of a video.
I'm surprised the goats didn't even go.
They have not touched it. And I'm so weird. Surprised too, but they have not touched it.
The occasion was gummy pickle adventure. That was just on the way home.
I wouldn't song for a gummy pickle adventure like that again.
No, we had a little bit of an adventure today, and we decided to video it. We usually do not video on Sundays.
We do not.
We don't do farm work on Sundays. We feed, water, and that's it. And most of that time, it's the kids. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, they do the work on Sundays. That's the day off, rest day, recharge day. But with something we had going on, we decided to video. So they'll see that next week. Are you guys reeling from the fact that Mackenzie's got a boyfriend already?
Well, I knew she was going to peek around the corner at me. She said, what does reeling mean first?
I'm scheduled for hysterectomy on July the 11th. Goodness.
We got lots of surgeries and big medical things going on.
Anna Christopher said, let me give you a positive outlook. I am a 7-year survivor. Bilateral mastectomy.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure of a definition of reeling, Zoe.
Trying to recover.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, are you still in shock kind of thing?
Gotcha. No.
You're always so extra.
Shoe fell off. No, he's a good kid. They're YouTube official now.
I guess.
They are. They were talking about it on the way home.
Hey, Catherine, we were just talking about your pepper plants a second ago.
He is very sweet. He's a very respectful kid. And
Jennifer's also having one, but on the 15th.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you guys going September petals from the past? Yes.
Yes.
We will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Are you going to be there, Joanne?
Yeah, she better.
But yes, we will be there on September the 20th.
I got some cakes to make and some stuff to can.
He sure seemed it from the little bit we saw.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a little bit. They spent the day away.
I wasn't going to do it at all. That was Zoe's idea.
Well, I asked him first. I asked him if that would be okay before I did. I wanted to respect his privacy. And he was like, finally. No, he didn't say that. He said, yes, ma'am. She's going to try. It was fun watching the parade and Mac playing. That was cool. It was. And another thing is where he lives, they don't do parades.
Lorraine said he needs to be respectful. He has all of us to contend with it.
He's got some pressure. But they don't do parades in his little town. So he thought it was pretty neat. I told him we go all out a lot.
His town is not that small.
It's not.
Unless he's outside of where I think he's from.
His town is not that safe.
His town is not that safe. You are correct.
And that's what he said. So they don't do those kinds of events.
He is from a town in South Mississippi.
Yes.
And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to put it too much.
Yeah, we ain't going to go into detail.
I don't want to put too much out there, but you're right. It's not that safe.
Yeah. So he got to experience all of Peach and its goodness.
That's why he keeps coming over here, I guess, because he came to Peach Jam too.
Yeah. I wouldn't say more things to do here. There's just a whole bunch of Peach celebrating.
Well, it was just at that time.
Yeah, that's right.
Lisa says she likes his curly hair.
He's got that
I didn't even know he had hair. He's always got a ball cap on backwards.
Well,
I did notice that it wasn't backwards when you filmed him.
It was not.
Every time I've seen it, it was backwards.
It was.
But I guess for the video, he turned it around.
Must have been.
Loma said, how did they meet?
We'll talk about that in a different video.
Okay. We can do that.
I'll do that.
Make sure he.
Why is she looking at me?
Make sure he knows your followers will get him if he messes up. Kim also asked, how did they meet? Okay, Kim, Zoe's wanting to do a video about that.
A video about that.
Or put it in a video somehow.
Talk about it.
Did you see the videos that the Eddies posted today? Jacob, I haven't seen anything today. At all. We have been gone all day long. Mm-hmm. But that was because of what we were doing for the next week's video. So I haven't watched anything.
We have not, but we will.
Tell him if he keeps wearing a hat, his hair will end up like Nick's. And it will. She's telling the truth.
Mackenzie wore that hat.
If he keeps wearing a hat, he will be bald. Zoe, if you have a great pickle recipe, I'm trying them all. I have a lot of duds and have been trashing cucumbers almost daily.
Oh, no.
We have, but it's not Zoe's, it's mine. We have a good pickle recipe. That's whose pickle recipe you use. Woman, when I knew you, you didn't have any recipes.
I'm not going to tell them where your recipe came from then.
Where my recipe came from?
Uh-huh.
Where my recipe come from?
I'm not going to call you out.
My pickle recipe?
Yes. We'll talk about it later, okay?
I don't even know if I know it. What were you doing? We can't tell you. It's a video. Oh gosh. See, Lorraine, you're trying to stir something up. Is your pickle recipe as good as your cheesecake recipe?
We don't know. No, she knows.
Zoe still hadn't tried the cheesecake. I need you to tell me where my pickle recipe called. I thought I got it from JB.
The last pickle recipe I used came from the back of the ball pickling.
That's not the one. I got one from JB.
Maybe it was
at work.
I got it out of the ball.
Because mine were soggy and he told me what to do to make them crispy.
I made the last ones. Me and Chance did. And we got it out of the ball.
Well, that wasn't mine then, woman. I call it mine. It's not like I came up with it. I didn't invent it.
Oh,
I got it from JB.
Martha Stewart.
No, I'm not a Martha Stewart fan. I got mine. Catherine knows JB.
Joanne knows.
What?
You take pickles you pour pickle juice on cucumbers.
No, we boiled it. The whole house smelled like pickles.
No, honestly though, my last batches I used ball canning recipe.
But I can send her JB's.
Yeah. And pickle crisp. That's exactly what I did. I used the ball canning recipe and put extra pickle crisp.
It did, but JB has a Catherine, Justin. That he gave me a specific amount of pickle crisp and everything. He gave me the recipe for the pickles.
Tanya said she'll bring me cheesecake if I'll swap her a red velvet cake.
She gonna go Walmart and get you a cheesecake.
She will not. That's what you
do. It's coming straight up out of Walmart.
What you do.
In the freezer section.
That's what you do.
Tom's been watching Martha Stewart videos. She had to get him switched over to Brenda Gant.
Yes, quick.
My sons have permanent baseball hats as youngsters, and they all have full heads of hair in their late 30s.
It's just you. Just make sure.
It probably is just mine.
She makes them from scratch.
I did. I wore a hat all the time when I was little, but
it ain't got nothing to do with your genetics. I don't know. Your uncles have.
I usually just wear it now because trying to keep my head from getting
your
burned.
Dad has a head full of hair. Your uncles have hair.
To be that age, his is starting to thin.
It is.
But yeah, all my uncles have full heads of hair. You're a closet fan. Of what? Oh, of Martha Stewart. Not really. My hair ain't thinning, Lori said.
Because she wears a ball cap all the time.
Lori's hair is long.
Well, Maddox has a lot of hair too. He's got.
Yeah, his kind of long. Yeah. Maybe it was just me. That's just it. There's no genetics involved. No, it's just mine.
On and up.
Well, I don't know. When mine started getting thin, I just shaved it all off.
Lester don't have hair either. Seems to be the style for men these days.
Well, the rest of this is shaved. I can grow a little bit of hair, Lisa, but it would probably be about here.
I wouldn't know. Never seen anything
I have to shave it up here, but I can't really say it was probably thinning, but my hairline didn't move. I had a big old forehead even as a kid.
Bless your heart.
I did. I had to have it hanging down with bangs because my forehead was so big. I had a 5 head.
I'm so glad you're telling everybody this on a live when you go to pick on me.
You got a big old head too. You just don't have a big forehead.
I have all my hair.
You do.
Naturally.
It's gray though. You keep trying to cover up with gray. Have you seen that video where the guy's doing this, trying to see around his wife's head, and she's doing it, trying to help him? I feel his pain. You do that, I can't see around your head.
Then there's Fabio.
I need to read some comments. Oh, yeah, Fabio's got thick hair. She's talking about Jason.
I know.
He's got lots of hair. You need to wear a hat to keep from getting skin cancer. I agree with you, Susan.
She's wearing a hat anyway.
Actually, right. Where's that indentation? Right there. I had a skin cancer removed right off the end of my nose, but I think I've got one on my arm and my leg. I got to have checked.
Yes.
I think I do.
There's some spots on your hand that's come up too. All these have come up as well.
Those have been up for a long time.
Yeah.
What they are?
Yeah, they're new.
They're like
warts.
Warts, yeah.
That skin. That has to do with your skin, if you weren't aware.
Well, I've had warts all my life, though.
But still, they're new.
If mine gets thin, I'll shave it too. Lori, please let me assist you with that. I look.
Stop. Just stop.
I can do it. I only know one hairstyle, but I'm really good at it. I can
You need a skull shaver.
I can cut some hair if you want it bald. If you want it styled, I am not your man. My husband's hair was thinning, then had his thyroid checked, started thyroid medicine, his hair came back.
Well, your brother had that thyroid issue too.
Yeah.
No, your mama said it's true about the thyroid.
Are you sure what? What is that? Oh, are you not kin to the fault? Maybe that's what she said. All right. Deal. Lori said deal. Mm-hmm. I was watching Zoe petting Bruno. It was amazing.
Thank you. I said, let me just try. And that might be the ticket.
The third time he didn't move.
Mm-hmm. One time I got to do a couple of strokes. Yeah. So I think that food, but that's like we did.
He was fine on his head. When you moved up to his neck, he moved. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, he's catching me.
Got to start somewhere.
Zoe, you're too young to go gray. That's why they make hair color.
I've been gray right here. Well, I guess because I colored after a while. Right here for about 10 years now. I've had.
Really? You were gray before I even met you?
You started I said about.
No. We've only been together 8 years. That means you were gray 2 years before I even met you. You weren't even 30 yet. I
said about. But, I mean, there's been times that I've let it grow a little bit, but it's not like, it don't take over my head.
Lisa said her brother and son both shaved their head due to genetics. Did you hear that Tater had come into heat already?
We did.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's common.
Natural. Yeah, it's a natural thing for the cows.
Tico's been in heat too. It's not going to bother me if she's pregnant again because, it's like 283 days average gestation, so I'm good with it. Oh, are you sure it's your kin of faults? You're correct, but it was trying to say, what it was trying to say.
Yeah.
I got you. I don't know that I'm kin to any faults. Stephanie said I get highlights to cover my gray. I have a skunk strip on the left side of my head. Zoe probably would too. She didn't color it. She just won't let nobody see it.
Sparkles. My hair likes to
Zoe said, sparkles. Do you remember the first time before you even moved here from Talladega? You were talking about your hair was shiny, and I said, Zoe, that's silver.
Yeah.
And she reached up there and plucked it out.
Sure did.
No. You weren't even 30.
I know.
Loma calls it glitter.
Yep.
Lori said, my hair's starting to look like a chia pet with all this rain.
I know it. Oh, my
gosh. Tanya says she earned every grace. She calls them wisdom hair.
Like, I think at some point I would like to dye my hair silver.
There's a lot of people that are doing that, and there's some that look good with it and some that do not.
That's what scares me. But it's not like dyeing black. Black, it's hard to reverse. Silver, I could go back and dye it dark if I didn't like it.
There's some that actually look real. I'm really good with it.
Yeah.
But
It's like Diane Keaton.
The first time I saw it,
not gray, silver, like the whole thing. It's so pretty on her.
The first time I saw it, I was like, there is no way that girl is old enough to be gray headed. And they were like, no, she colored that way. I said, it was when we were playing pool. I said, who would dye their hair gray? I thought you was trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
And then we found out it was the thing. Kevin says she don't have to dye her silver.
Gray hair is a badge of honor for what us women go through.
I was trying to get back to Diana. She said her hair isn't gray at 63. And it's super thick. It comes from eating cake in my youth.
Well, I ate lots of cake.
You did eat lots of cake.
You didn't know me in my youth.
I've seen pictures of you in your youth.
Do it again. Say something else.
Oh, where did Tater originate? I know you gave her a call Hill, but where did you get her first?
So Tater
and that was already her name was Tater. We changed his name.
Who is Ferdinand now was Pork Chop.
No.
What was his
name? T-Bone. Pork Chop comes from a pig.
Forget. His name was T-Bone.
His name was T-Bone.
Got them from a farm just right down the road from some good people. They wanted them to have more room. And they were going a different direction. They were getting into miniature donkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And so they both came to us, and Ferdinand has grown a lot since then. I think we're a little off on his age.
Yeah, I think they were. They were even told us how old he was.
Yeah, I
think he was just a lot younger than they thought he was. Yeah,
he was not. Neither one of them were born there.
Right.
And so when they brought them both in, I think they were misinformed on his age as well.
Shirley said her hair's growing back even though she's still on chemo. She wants to dye it silver blue just for fun.
That would be fun.
Uh-oh. Donna said my hair is fully gray since I was 25.
And it happens. I mean, it really does. And I'm sure I honestly don't dye my hair that often.
You really don't.
Probably like once a year. So it don't get that bad.
Rain said I must have had an easy life being 65 and no gray hairs either.
Well, that's great.
Joanne says she colors hers because the chemo does a number on her hair. I saw somebody else that said like their cousin or something graduated high school with gray hair. Mm-hmm. There it is. So my brother was that way. Mm-hmm. He already had gray hair in high school. Mm-hmm. And he's almost all gray now.
Right.
But he has a lot more of it than I do.
You don't know. You ain't had hair in 10 years.
He had a lot more of it before I started shaving it. I'm sure I got less now than what I did. I would imagine. It's not going to come out to find out. I think I'll grow a mullet. It starts right here and just water falls off the back.
Oh, really?
How about it?
No. That's negative, Ghost Rider.
My mom had white hair when she graduated high school, Becky said. Loma's is not gray either, and she's 61. Her mom was not all gray. She was 20% gray at 89.
Wow. My mom.
I guess some people just have good genetics.
They must have. My mama always, I had my hair dyed. I was dyeing my hair when I was young, like super young. My mom's always done hers. But she's gray now for the most part.
Kimberly was having some trouble breathing.
Oh, so
she's on steroids and antibiotics. Anna has a friend that's 87 with no gray hair.
Where's genetics at?
I keep wanting to go to bed, but that's twice Zoe has given that look to Nick. I better stick around a little longer, see how it turns out. Lori's just looking for the drama.
What?
I just thought, never mind. I was thinking of something I meant to tell you and I forgot it. And even when I saw Catherine on here, it didn't remind me to tell you an idea I had.
Can you?
No, I can't
put it in your notes so you don't forget?
I'll remember. My dad used to have me to cut his hair and save on the barber, save money. I cut my own all the time. Diana said if her ex-husband didn't cause gray hair, nothing will. I hadn't caused your gray hair.
Joanne said grow it out and we can braid it for you.
What is that?
Oh, I don't know. We'll block them.
Well, I'm just going to take the comment. What are they talking about? Selling the gospel?
I don't know.
I believe in the gospel, but I don't know. I'm not selling it. My hairdresser was very good at blonde highlights, but to make it silver was another story. She just gave up. I stopped going to her, went back to natural. Sue is be 52 in October and almost fully gray.
We gotta get rid of that one.
Stop. It's time to just ban you. Quit bringing all that mess on here. Okay. All right. Lorraine used to have blonde tips in her hair, then decided to leave it and wait for the gray tips, and she's still waiting. You need to put the blonde back in there. Judy Cole, there ain't no fly in here.
I see
There's
one.
Absolutely not. That's a mole.
I'm leaving
Don't
it for now.
That's a mole. Don't hit it. Well, a cousin had white hair in her 20s, and she got hers from her dad and grandmother. Yeah, I know who she's talking about. She lived right up here. That was a weird comment. Yeah, I had already deleted a couple of that fool's comments, and apparently they just kept going, Meg. I'm sorry. I didn't ban them the first time I deleted the comment, and I should have just went ahead and banned it to start with. I have a friend with a white gray stripe.
Well, you know,
I know a lot of people that have that.
But you know, when you go have your hair done, those are called money pieces.
The stripe?
People pay to have a stripe put.
Oh, I thought it was because it cost you money to have it fixed. I know someone who's 82 and she says she doesn't dye her hair. She sees gray roots. Now that's funny.
You know, I had my dad's step grandmother had silver hair. This ain't about hair dye, but it's about hair.
How do we get on this anyway?
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead.
And she, we had a sun conure bird, and that bird hated her hair. And every time she would come over, the bird, she was very flashy. She wore the silky shirts that were bright, bold colors and sequiny heels and all. And every time she'd come over, the bird would attack her silver hair because it hated it so much. So the bird would fly to its cage and ram into her hair, then fly back to its cage and ram into her hair. It didn't like her hair being silver.
That's weird.
It was
hair chat with Nick and Zoe.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that would have to be mostly hair chat with Zoe, because
you started it.
Do you remember the lady at Dollar General when I was getting your shampoo and conditioner? That looked at me so weird. I told you about it. You sent me for shampoo and conditioner, and I sat up to that counter, and she just looked at me. I said, "It's for my eyebrows. Mind your business." And she got tickled. I was like, "Of course it's for my wife, but."
Gonna buy this women's shampoo for my eyebrows.
I said it's for my eyebrows. She was just looking at me. We did not tell them why you bought all that stuff at Five Below. We skipped right by it. We were supposed to explain why we were doing that, where that even came from.
You tell them.
Well, it's not that big of a story, Zoe. I mean, it's not a secret. We just forgot to explain why you were buying candy at Five Below, other than wanting to try that one TikTok bar.
Well,
but you got the other stuff for a reason.
Well, she thought you were going to say for your back.
No, I don't have any hair on my back either.
Rhett did tell people at football practice that you had hair on your back.
I don't have hair on my back really to speak of. I mean,
something about being sweaty.
Might be some stragglers here and there.
Oh, God. They may braid those for you too. He told everybody something about his shirt was wet. Something about Daddy has back hair. I don't know how it all played together.
That don't make any sense. When I was in grade school, I was responsible for raising and lowered the flag. A bird pooped on my head and I didn't know it.
Oh no!
They didn't even bother telling.
But you know what's so funny is we were at football it's been 4 or 5 years ago, and there's no trees around, and there's light posts that are like 100 feet in the air. And I sat down, and one just happened to be sitting up there and pooped right on my head.
I remember.
That was so wild.
You still got to tell them.
You keep
trying. I'm sorry, I read a comment.
Sure.
I'm still trying.
Well, yeah.
I was trying to keep up with comments.
Well, anyway, we went somewhere today, and we were supposed to come back because our church was having family fun night.
That's right.
At the city pool.
Well, they call it Family Fun Day because it was
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, Rhett and Chance had to behave today so that they could go this evening. And so they behaved.
While we were gone.
Right.
Y'all got to behave or you're not going because it involves swimming.
Mm-hmm.
They were cooking hamburgers and hot dogs, and the kids were going to swim at the city pool and all this good stuff. So
he really wanted to go swimming. So he behaved. They behaved. And then on our way home, we got the notification that storms were coming and it had to be canceled. And he was very upset. So we decided to go by Five Below, and we got him.
We needed bribery.
We did. We needed to get something to make him feel better.
Well, I told Zoe, I said, since they canceled that, he's going to say, and I behaved for nothing.
So we stopped getting those weights and got them some candies to try.
Yeah. That's all there is to the story. It wasn't that big a deal. I just was going to fill in the blanks, and it wasn't a big secret. Mm-hmm. We just had to appease Rhett because we knew
we want him to behave again.
He don't behave for free. You got to bribe him.
Yeah, we want him to behave next time we need him to.
That's right. And he's going to say, y'all going to cancel on me. I ain't behaving.
Yeah.
Is he in the bed? No, I just saw him walk in the kitchen. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not in the bed yet.
He's probably trying to see if we're done so I can fix him something.
Probably.
We like Five Below too. It's a neat little store. What?
I was trying to let you talk.
I don't
want people on here saying I keep talking over you or nothing. I was waiting, letting you talk. I got a interesting text over here I was studying on. Cheap phone cases.
Yeah, you get some pretty cool phone cases at Five Below.
Oh, really?
There's Judy. We talked her up. We said Judy Sneed.
Well, somebody was guessing that I was talking about Judy. That's a different Judy. I was talking about different Judy. Joni says she's never been in one, and there's several around.
Oh, it's neat. You need to go in and walk around. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Everything's under $5, unless you go to the back where it's $5 and above. They do have some.
What does Five Below mean? 5% cheaper than other stores? It's actually $5
under. But it's more of like it's not like your dollar store. It's like kids. It's not really just kid stuff though. Like they have.
It's just cheaper item stuff. I mean, it's not like great deals. It's just cheap stuff.
It's real bright and colorful and fun. It's not like a dollar store.
Five Below always has my favorite Haribo gummy bears.
Oh, yeah. They have lots of gummies.
Tell him to take off his helmet before he goes to sleep. That was on the way to practice. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he put his helmet on. I told him not to. I said, buddy, take your helmet off. He said, I want to have it on and be ready when we get there. So he gets in my truck, puts on his seatbelt, and the next thing you know, you hear that little thud, and the helmet's against the window. And I was like, he has went to sleep.
He did.
Like Dollar Tree, but not on everything because we raised the prices.
$1.25 and sometimes more.
It's a step up from Dollar General and a step down. I mean, a step up from Dollar Tree and a step down from Dollar General.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Just in neon colors.
Yeah, it's all bright stuff. They got a pretty good candy aisle.
They do.
That's the extent of it.
That they have the different.
She said, "Back on the gummy bear subject. Thank you." She said, "Rhett don't like my driving. He's gonna go to sleep every time he gets in the car."
Yeah. Do you have plans for the 4th?
We made plans of some sort today for the 4th, and I don't remember what they were. We talked about potential plans for. How about that?
There's somewhere I want to go.
I don't know if we're going to go or not, but we probably will. And it would make for a good video if we do.
Yeah, even for a little bit, and then come back and watch the fireworks here.
I enjoyed watching all your goats follow you with the feed bucket. Those babies all know to follow.
That's one thing goats are not afraid of, is to follow a feed bucket.
Goats are kind of like chickens, if you don't know this. They're always starving.
They are.
Anytime you go out to the chickens have not eaten in days.
Right.
Even if you fed them this morning.
Yeah.
They haven't eaten in days. And goats are the kind of same way.
About
an hour after you feed the goats, they're starving. They have not eaten all week. Make a drive north.
She's in Tennessee. I believe she's in Tennessee.
Probably. Do you shoot off fireworks for the kids?
No, we have our town does a pretty good fireworks.
They have one on the lake and one here in town that are really good, extensive shows, and we stick with that.
We go sit in the baseball field parking lot.
We have fired some smaller ones for the kids before. I don't do the big ones, number one, because our house is in town, and that's not allowed, which on July 4th, they don't say a lot, but if your neighbors complain, they would. We have some older neighbors, so I just don't fool with it.
Yeah.
And then I don't do it at the farm because we got so many animals.
Yeah,
I mean, the animals would be freaked out. So we just don't do it.
We let somebody else invest the money and the time, and we
go watch somebody else's. We have done some smaller stuff before, but nothing big. This is my first 4th in Texas, so can't wait to see what they do here. I bet they do it like they do everything else. So they say they do it bigger in Texas, don't they?
That's what they say.
So
at least the hair is bigger.
One of my boys would fall asleep every time he got in the car, even the 4 blocks to the school.
Oh, Red has fallen asleep
many times
going to school.
He fall asleep between home and school, picking him up in the afternoons. I'll be home on the 4th, keeping my dogs and cats calm. Well, with us being here in the city limits, there's not a lot of them. You may hear some, but we don't have any close by because we live on an older residential street, and a lot of our neighbors are older. So it's not like we have kids shooting them off. I mean, our kids are the only rowdy kids on the street, and we're gonna keep them in a kennel or something for July 4th.
You can't say that.
So I'm joking. But we don't do the fireworks here, and we don't have any problem with the neighbors. You hear some, but it's not enough to bother our dogs.
Yeah, they're unfazed.
Our dogs don't pay attention to it. Fireworks like sending you money up the smoke.
That's exactly right.
I enjoy them, but I can drive 3 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Stop, park in the ballpark, sit in the back of the truck in a lawn chair with 5,000 other people and watch them.
Yeah.
And then go home, and I don't have any mess. I don't have to light them. I ain't burning my finger. Nothing.
A lot of times we've kind of made a tradition out of going and getting a milkshake and sitting there and watching.
Sitting there and watching. Yep.
Have a milkshake.
They spend a lot of money on some fancy ones. They do. And there's 2 different ones on the lake that's closest to our house. I think every lake has several, but the lake that's closest to our house has 2 different fireworks shows, and they're both pretty expensive too. Yeah. We sell most any kind of launching fireworks in Texas. Most houses have better shows than the professionals. I don't doubt that at all. Couldn't you like sparklers for the kids? Yeah, we could do that. And I thought I answered that about, was it not Jacob that asked me about the Eddie's video?
I'm not sure, but we have.
But no, I haven't seen any videos yet, Jacob. We've been wide open all day, so I have not seen it. I love the pretty lights and boom, gets me. I do my own type of fireworks at the range every week. Well, I've done some of that at the range, but no, we don't disturb the neighbors with them. Now Kimberly wants a milkshake. You can't talk about nothing on there.
Are y'all hungry?
Lisa was thinking barbecue or horseshoes or something like that. We will probably do some cooking, but
there's a place that
the actual day of July 4th, we have something we want to go
do. There's something that I was looking into while we were driving today that I want to go and see about, and I think it'll be a good experience.
Tanya lives by the Biscuit Stadium, and that's enough fireworks for her. I bet the Biscuits do a pretty good show. The Barons used to. We used to see fireworks from our kitchen window. New owners of campgrounds with no fireworks. Yeah, they do tend to get to some dogs and stuff. Are you going to watch the hot dog eating contest?
Oh, it'll be on TV.
You know, I actually have in the past, Jacob, but I doubt if I will this year just because of something else going on. We don't do fireworks because the dog is scared of them. Plus, we have veterans that have PTSD.
Yeah, we don't. It ain't necessary for all.
That's why I kind of like to stick to the public fireworks shows. I mean, if a city is doing them, or there's a group doing them on the lake, and it is advertised for weeks, then you shouldn't have any excuse for somebody being bothered.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's just my personal opinion, but if I go out here in the yard and light them off and my neighbor doesn't know I'm about to do it, then it may drive their dog crazy. But if there's, I mean, it's been all over the advertisement and said, look, this is the night of the fireworks show from 9 to whatever, then you have an opportunity to get away from it. You have an opportunity to get animals away from it and just let it be done. But that's like a public thing. Yeah. I mean, there's thousands of people go watch that. I'm not going to do it off in my yard. Nick and Zoe, hope you have a great day. Hot here in Gilmer, Texas. We've had lots of rain. Us too. She said they shot them off last night. Well, that's kind of weird. Unless it was like advertised like during a game.
No.
Were they doing it during a game?
Oh, probably.
She's talking about at Biscuit Stadium.
I'm sure they did. They do them.
They probably did it during a particular game. Jones Christie said, my little dog freaked out today with thunder and lightning. She'd need to heavily medicate if we did fireworks.
She don't sleep right here in the floor.
Oh, I'm knowing. And we had some thunder one time that shook the house, and Katie looked up and then just laid back down. She was like, who shook the house?
Like, oh.
I never know when they'll set them off at the stadium. I think it's probably out on their schedule, though. I don't know that, but I haven't been to a Biscuit game in several years, but I would think they probably have it on the schedule unless they just do it randomly.
Yeah,
but I doubt it. Can't believe how big the puppies have gotten. That dadgum Hank.
He's a tank. Has always been a tank.
Boy, he takes after his daddy. Yeah, Hoss, y'all couldn't see it because I had the camera pointed at Zoe, but Hoss almost knocked me down. And all he did was brush up against my leg, won't rub him, but he's so big, he almost knocked me over.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me. Yeah. I was like, you almost knocked me over, you fool.
And they're in that awkward puppy stage where they gallop like a horse.
I was talking about Hoss.
Oh, I know.
When Hoss almost knocked me over because you were laughing about it.
The puppies, they're so awkward. Their legs are long and lanky.
Yes, and they just flop.
They flop, and then they'll trip over themselves.
They do.
I love them though. They're so sweet.
I was out in the yard and I called Honey up to me, and Honey comes up and she gets about 10 feet away and rolls over on her back like she wants me to touch her belly. And I said, you're going to have to get closer than that. And she rolled over and got on her belly again, and she had made it like 6 inches. And she got up, run all the way around me, laid down, and rolled over again, and she's still too far away. Honey, you're going to have to work on this.
Yeah. Reel this in a little bit. But Hoss is like that. He wants belly rubs. He comes and he lays on your feet and rolls.
Oh, yeah.
What?
They do fireworks every Monday here on the beach. I bet that gets expensive. Judy said they did fireworks in their area, Texas, because of the rodeo weekend. I could see that too.
I get it doing it for events and all. It's these people that just randomly go out in their yard and start shooting fireworks. That's what's so weird.
It's like Lizzie saying in Texas, anytime it's time for fireworks in the country, especially in the summer months or any holiday, a lot of people do that on weekends and stuff. But when you're way out in the country, you probably don't have that many neighbors that you're going to affect. The issue is people like in our area. I mean, we're relatively rural, but we're still in the city limits and we got lots of neighbors. I mean, if you don't have close by neighbors, have at it, knock yourself out.
But even
blow them up.
Even at the farm, I guess if we did it often,
ours is our own, so
right, yeah, because everybody else doesn't. Well, there's dogs.
But I don't think any of them's close enough for it to bother the dogs. Maybe one.
I bet the ones across.
Maybe Miss Martha. Miss Martha's dog.
And Heather's dogs being right there, it probably bothered them.
But we're not going to do it anyway.
No,
we're not bothering our animals. How are the revised chicken pens working out?
Oh, there's a moth coming after me. They're doing well. The birds are doing really good in there.
Did you put up fans for air movement?
They have plenty of air movement. The barn doors are open.
There's plenty of airflow through there.
Yeah, they've got plenty.
The top is kind of open. I mean, that barn is not.
No, it's not.
It was horse stalls, so it's up high. It's not closed off that tight.
It's not holding any kind of heat.
No, it feels pretty good in there actually. Mm-hmm. Most weekends they're going off here, but they're illegal. Well, they're legal here. You just got to have some common sense not to bother people. There's an ordinance against doing them in town, but it's not like they're going to take you to jail for it. They're going to make you quit. Yeah. If your neighbors are.
If you become rowdy.
Oh, yeah. Dorothy's recovering from 2 strokes and needs prayers for that.
We can do that.
And arthritis is keeping Doris company. So we can hopefully help out with both of those, maybe just praying about it. My little town of Blackfoot decided about 10 years ago to do their fireworks the last weekend in June. So folks who want to see the big out-of-town shows can see both. That's good.
When people are considerate like that, they think about those kinds of things.
Well, the ones on the lake are not on the 4th because the one on the 4th is in town. Yeah. So they do theirs on like the 3rd or 2nd. I missed a comment somewhere. And I don't know what it was. I just see somebody answering it back. Oh, well. I don't want to go too far behind because we're almost wrapping up. In the country, you can shoot if the projectile can't leave your yard. In the city, it's not allowed. However, most Texans know better than do stupid things like that.
She was saying her son is military, and he said you can shoot your gun up into the air.
Oh, we typically don't. I think we don't do that. No. Now there
for the holidays, right there.
Oh, she said in Texas it's okay. I don't know because I wouldn't advise it. Because
if you gotta come down, if it goes up,
it's not like fireworks that go up in there and explode and
dissipate,
and you have like a stick come down. If you shoot a weapon up in the air, that bullet's got to come down eventually. Right. I mean, if you're way out in the woods, I just knock yourself out, but you just want to make sure that you don't get it to somebody. Oh, she said it was just something you heard. What kind of music does Nick and Zoe like? Zoe likes a little bit of everything. I'm mostly country and contemporary Christian mostly. Zoe likes a little bit of all of it. She'll bust out rapping sometimes. She's weird.
I like
You
90s.
do booty dancing and you like a lot of that alternative where they sing through their nose.
Uh-huh.
If you hold your nose and sing, that's what a lot of those Zoe likes.
I'm from a different generation than you are. My generation.
Uh-oh, Lorraine's biting her tongue about something.
My generation, I was going to say wasn't on drugs, but I guess every generation is on drugs, right? Because our music is kind of far out.
All the small towns around us stagger their shows. That makes sense. 2 tenths opposite sides of the state lines. Illinois people cross the line to buy from Wisconsin and vice versa. Oh, because though fireworks that do that are illegal in those 2 states. That's so odd. Hello, Shannon. No singing. That's what Diane's making fun of me. In Texas, the gun can't be shot up in the air. It has to be fired into the ground. I hope you don't hit a water electrical line. I just stick with fireworks. I'm not going to shoot a gun up in the air. Now, look, I believe in guns and I have lots of them, but I don't want to shoot them in a dangerous manner.
Oh,
all right. I have a question for you, and you can say no, but if you'd like to hear some of the music I've made, I can send you a song or two. It's kind of alternative. Absolutely, Lori, send away. Even if it's alternative, Zoe will like it. I like some of it. I don't like those that sing through their nose, and Zoe tends to go toward those. You really do. Some of your favorite bands, the singer sound like he had a clothespin on his nose. You ready to wrap up? You can give them some booty dancing on your way out.
You're not doing booty dancing.
You do booty dancing.
Look at you. God is telling you. You are.
What is going on with that? I got strobe light.
That's because God is warning you that's your warning shot right there. He told you you better leave me alone.
Go on, wrap up, woman. What was that all about, you reckon?
God.
Is the plug loose?
No.
Yes. Zoe, go on, do your thing. Give them some of that booty dancing before you leave.
I ain't gonna say what I thought I was gonna say. Warming up the dance floor.
Oh, that was a strobe for your dancing.
That was your time. That wasn't my time. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
Next Sunday for the live, and we'll have you a video on Tuesday.
And Saturday.
We have a video on Tuesday that so many of you have asked for.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, y'all.